Alright, what's going on, guys? This is my first video. Just thought you might be interested in what I'm doing. It's a 1974 MGB Roadster. Done quite a lot so far, but this is the first video that I'm going to make. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing and what I've done so far. Right, so what I've done is I've replaced all of the sill and the rear wings on both sides. What I've gone for here is I've de-seamed all of the rear wing tops and blended it in so it all looks nice. I'm not sure about the fronts as of yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep the seam or not because I don't want it to crack when I paint it. Put mini lights on it. They need a bit of a refurb, but they seem to be all okay. Got some nice tyres on them. Going to the front, see, I've done a full suspension and brake rebuild. Got all new brakes, calipers, all new bushes, springs, wishbone, spring pans, bump stops, track rod ends. And there's the other side as well. They're looking nice. All got a fresh coat of paint on it as well. Still need to connect up all the brakes and everything, put new pipes on it. And that's that. And then, at the moment, what I'm doing is I've taken all of the pedal box out, and I'm going to put all new master cylinders. Just need to sand it all off because it's a bit rusty at the moment. Might give it a sandblast and then a fresh coat of paint, and then it should be all good. Right, yeah, other things that I've done, I've replaced all the floor pans, so it's all new there, all new inner sills, same on both sides. What I found was there was a lot of rust on that seat mount there, and I just thought, seeing as I'm doing all of the sills, I'll just put a whole new panel in. It was quite hard, especially in areas around the handbrake there, but it came out alright. It's looking pretty good. It's my first restoration, so I mean it could be better, but I think I'm quite happy with it. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. Right, a little bit about the car. As I already said, it's a 74 Roadster. What I found quite interesting was it was registered in November 1974. Don't know if that means anything, but from what I can see, they were last made in September 1974, so could be quite rare, could be one of the lost production runs, but I don't know. Leave a comment if you know anything further about this, but it's not looking too bad. I first got the car, when we moved into our house now, the old owners of the house, they left it behind and said we could have it for 100 quid, so done deal, bought that. It was in a barn and it hasn't been on the road for I think about 25 years or so. The last tax disc on the windscreen was 1991. Looks like it's got, as you can see, about 20,000 miles. There's a bit of a glare on the flash there, but 20,000 miles, either that or it's 120,000 miles, but I don't know. What had happened with it, it had been repaired previously. The old owner had basically put rear wings on top of the old rear wings, so they were all rusty underneath. They looked completely fine, but when I took them all off, they really needed replacing, so that's why I've replaced all of those. Again, with the sills, they had oversills on them as well. So I've got all new outer sills, inner sills, castle rails, and the membrane as well, which goes inside. All new jacking points, and I've repaired the floor cross member on both sides as well. Doors need a little bit of work, but they seem to be solid. They haven't rusted through anywhere. Could just do with a sandblast, and then a few new bits like door handles, locks, And then on here, got a little bit of a crack there on the top of the quarter light. I don't know how I'm going to repair that, but I don't have to worry about it for the moment because I've got bigger problems to deal with. Got done this here. Basically, this was all rusted out in here, so I just thought I'm going to make a new bit. Didn't want to spend money buying a whole new sort of inner wing or inner whatever it's called, I don't know. So I made a whole new panel and I've just blended that in. Just needs a final sand and paint, and that should be all good to go. The carbs were leaking, so I took those all off, put a rebuild kit on it, and now they seem to be fine. I haven't actually driven the car yet though, and I've been working on it for about 3 years, so that's why I'm doing the mastering at the moment, because the clutch seems to be stuck. I've had it running, but I haven't had it moving, so that's my next job. Last of all, here is the boot. These tend to rust fairly badly, especially in the corners, but this is really quite solid, so what I did is I stripped it down, put a bit of red oxide primer, and then I just overcoat it with a bit of cellulose, and then it should be pretty decent, I think. If you've got any comments or anything, or you would like to ask me a question about the car, just feel free to leave it in the comments below. Also, MGB Hive, they're great for parts, so I get all my parts from them. Either them or Midland Sports and Classics as well. They're pretty good as well. Got all the front suspension bits and brakes from Midland Sports and Classics. And yeah, it's really good. Yeah, feel free to comment. Thank you.